Hey, hi, hello, it's Christian. Thank you for choosing to subject yourself to my channel. Welcome to the jungle! Recently, I did a poll on Facebook and I asked you guys who are interested in makeup tutorials what you would want to see me do, and doing a affordable makeup look one. So that is what we're here doing today. The total is $43.75, so it is under $50, which is super affordable for everything you need to make a whole entire face. Minus foundation. I'm going to be using Laura Mercier, the oil-free formula. You can pick that up at Sephora. It is not as affordable, but I assumed you guys already have foundations, or you know that you can go to any drugstore and get a drugstore foundation. For me, I tend to have acneic, prone, and oily skin, so that is not the gig for me. Alright, well, let's get into this video. I already prepped and primed my skin. I use Origin's Drink Up. It's basically an overnight mask, but I use it as a moisturizer because mama needs moisture. We're gonna start with a little bit of foundation, which again, this is my foundation. I didn't get this at a drugstore. Unfortunately, it's the only thing in the video that you cannot get at a drugstore. I don't use cover up really. I kind of just dot my foundation all over. I used to have really crazy skin, but I don't really do that anymore. Don't have it anymore. Sometimes I get a little face demon that just wants to take over my life, but 9 times out of 10 I'm pretty good. I'm gonna use a beauty blender. You know what's weird though also? So I looked at a bunch of beauty blenders trying to get like affordable ones, and Forever 21 had some. I went between Forever 21 and Ulta to get the makeup that I'm using for the video, and I got the Real Technique sponge. It is $5.99 and this is the most affordable sponge, and it gets rave reviews. Like, everyone lives for the Real Techniques one, and it's amazing. It's light. Some of them feel hard, like bouncy balls, and like I am not trying to like play catch with my face, so I've never used a beauty blender to like blend out foundation. Usually I use a brush, so this is weird as fuck to be honest, but I'm hoping that it gives me the same results and isn't like super crazy. Now that the foundation is all in, I am going to, what should I start with? Oh, I'm gonna do a little contour and a little, it's like brightening powder. I'm just gonna highlight and contour my face, add a little bit of blush. I'm opening this brush set from Forever 21. It was super cheap and super cute. I don't know if you can see, it's like really metallic packaging, but it's pretty. They're just like unicorn brushes. There was a bunch of just like cheap brushes, and I was like, I mean, you can't really beat that. These were $10, but for, you know, multiple eye brushes and a face brush that you can use for multiple things, I mean, I'd say that's pretty decent. It feels wicked soft. The bristles don't look, you know, super crazy. They look pretty nice. They're not like falling apart or anything. They feel sturdy, which is good, especially for a cheap brush. And I'm using the Essence Shape Your Face contouring palette. So I'm gonna be using this to contour with, this to highlight. And it doesn't look like they all seem matte except for the blush. The blush has a little bit of like, almost like a, it's not really a glitter, it's finer than that. So it has a little bit of a reflect. So that's what I'm gonna use today. There's a lot of fallout with this. Just got on my phone, but that's okay. I'm gonna use that to set my under eye. Just got a text, of course I get a text. And now I'm just gonna go in with the same brush. It's just a face brush. The pack came with one face brush, like that you could use around for, you know, powders or anything like that, and then the rest were kind of like eyeshadow brushes. I'm probably gonna use one to contour my nose, a tiny touch, and then the rest I'll just use as I see fit for my eyeshadow look. But I've gone in and I already kind of just like, I wouldn't call it baking because it's not baking powder, it's just this shade right here. I went in with this shade on the high points of my face and highlighted them, and now I'm going to take the same brush and I dusted it off on the back of my hand, and I'm going to go in and contour. She is pigmented. Okay, girl. You may notice me holding my hair back, and that's because I like to go on the hairline. It's just like really weird. I just feel like it gets better because coverage and looks less weird when your hairline isn't like glowing. So you're gonna see me smushing it in my face a little aggressive right there, but that's okay. If you have a hairline, go for it. Now I'm gonna go and do the other side. Add a little bit of contour here, some depth in the forehead. So I'm running that along my jawline. I'm weird, I also put it a little bit like in this little like dip underneath my bottom lip. I put a little bit of darkness there. I just like it because I like to accentuate like that divot in my face. I don't know why. It's just something I always do. So that is that. And I'm probably gonna switch to this brush. I don't know if you can see if it's focusing or not. That looks pretty focused. It's basically like flat. It looks like a baby stippling brush. I'm just gonna use that to kind of like contour my nose. I'm gonna be sparse with this because I do not like a heavy nose contour. But yeah, that is it basically for contour and highlight. And now I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for contour and highlight, and I'm just going to use it for blush. And I'm just gonna dab a tiny bit because I do not like a lot of blush. So this is just the base for the makeup, the rest of it. And this palette, I mean, my thoughts on it, it's surprisingly really pigmented. Like, it doesn't really look bad looking up close. I would say that I feel like it did the job. It gave you like a subtle glow. The contour could be a little bit darker, but I also think that has maybe a little bit something to do with the brush. The brush is a little bit more dispersed. It's not as dense. So next I'm going to do my brows, and I got the Tinted Brow Mascara. They didn't really have a shade that kind of honestly matched mine, but I'm gonna go with this and pray it's good enough. Oh my god, thank god for nails. Excuse my crusty nails. Yeah, it says Tinted Brow Mascara. This like is pretty, I don't know if it'll focus. Will you focus? You get off of me. It's pretty nice. It has a nice little spoolie. And I'm just gonna start in the front and kind of just like wisp it through. Comb it up. It seems like very minimal. Like, it doesn't seem like it's that crazy. Although I do feel like my eyebrow looks snatched. I don't feel like it looks cakey, but you'll be watching this, you'll have to decide if it's cakey for you or too much for you. But for me, I'm kind of living. And I'm just gonna go ahead, and this is my struggle brow. This brow has been through it, honey. This brow is, she's still alive, but she barely made it. This brow was on an episode of I Survived. Like, just let's have a moment of silence for the struggle brows out there in the world, because she's a part of that nation. I got this eyeshadow palette from Forever 21. It's really cute. I don't know if you can see. It's like super, super pretty. It has nice shades. It's very basic, very nude. I kind of want to do a basic eye. All right, Forever 21, come through. No one's stealing from you. Oh, it actually came with a plastic cover, and that's taped down too. See those little pieces of tape right there? I don't know if you can see them. Oh, look at those shadows. I hope they're really that pigmented and snatched in real life. I don't know if like my hand needs to be in there, or if like you need it at a different light or angle to see them. I'm just gonna use this shade right here, and I'm just going to get that on the brush and just tuck that like in my crease. I don't really use an all over shade. I know some people do, or like prime their lids. I don't do that. I'm oily, girl. I do not need primer. I just glisten. So next I'm going to take this second shade here, and I'm going to put that in the crease as well and kind of deepen it up, and then put it on the corner of my eye because I like the like smoky eye effect. This stuff is pigmented for real. This eyeshadow is like, it's about that life. It has come to play. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take a mixture of this one, and I'm gonna run that under my eye. And I'm just dipping into both of them. And this brush is like, crazy. It's like stabbing your under eye, and like these bristles are little raggedy. Oh, I'm like always making that like gross face. Ew, I'm dead. Stop. Do it, do it. So I kind of just put this shade right here. You can't really see it, but it's kind of like a goldy. It's like a taupey. This one's actually like a taupey. It's like a bronzy taupey type of color. I put that in like the outermost corner and I blended it with my finger, and I'm going to go to this middle shade right here, and I'm going to put that in the center of the lid to kind of just give it a pop. And I'm going to go back and take this crease brush, and I'm going to go back to these two shades that I used before in the beginning, and I'm going to mix them. I'm just going to dab a little in each one. And I'm just going to run that in the crease one more time to just make sure it's deepened up and not super lost in translation. I'm like living for this like smokiness. So now that the eyeshadow look is done, I'm just going to take a moment off of camera and I'm going to curl my lashes, and then I'll be right back. I just got the Maybelline, it's very black, Great Lash Mascara. Yeah, Great Lash Mascara. Oh, and I think this one is waterproof, hydrofuge. Girl, it's a new formula and a new look. And it's going to help us complete this eye look. Put a touch on. Oh, I just definitely transferred some. This is really liquidy, but it's cool. It's fine. It's whatever. She's working. I'm not mad at her. I'm actually surprised at how like okay the mascara is. Like, it's not bad. Ooh, I only do a touch underneath though. Hold up, homie. Yeah, there we go. Oh, she's transferring like a bitch. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. It's a mauve lavender, and the lipstick was literally only 99 cents. It was at Forever 21, and I just kind of want to give it a go. I mean, she's pigmented. She's there. But yeah, so this is the lipstick on. It's Matte Mauve Lavender by Forever 21. I'm guessing it's their brand. It doesn't really have like ingredients or anything like that. It was 99 cents and definitely for under $1. This is a moment. This is cute. I use Shea Moisture chapstick. It's one that I recently got. Tia got it and I loved it so much, and I was using hers that I went out and got my own, because that's what you do when you're a good person. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my pinky, and I'm using my finger. I don't really use like a lip brush. So I wiped some of it off so it wasn't so super pigmented. And I'm kind of just putting this like chapstick over it to give it like a glossy colored moment. And if you'd like to know and or pick up and check out the Shea Moisture lip balm, it was $2. It's really good. I got mine at TJ Maxx. I believe they do sell it in some Walmart, so check around wherever they sell Shea Moisture and look for this, because it is a must. This is like 5 stars. I will literally never use another chapstick in my life. So this is the finished look. So you know, mama's living, mama's feeling snatched for under $50. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go through the list of where I got the stuff and how much it costs, just in case if you need like a recap. I'll also put it in the description below if you'd like to know the prices and individual things. I don't have links to it, but you definitely can pick these things up. Some of the things that were on sale, like the Forever 21 matte lipstick and things like that, those might be not available in that shade, but you can go and get, you know, check the sale section at Forever 21, because they definitely have lipsticks, and the lipsticks are nice. Still feels nice. So anyways, the lipstick was 99 cents. The eyeshadow palette was $6.90, and I did like the eyeshadow palette. I was super in love with that. The makeup brushes worked well, and they were $10.90, and I feel like that's pretty good. You got a good amount of brushes, and they were hefty, they were sturdy, they were soft, they're synthetic, so they're not going to suck up all your product. Yeah, they were pretty good. Those were $10.90. And at Ulta, we got the Real Techniques Beauty Blender Sponge. Your booty bender. And that was $5.99. The mascara was $5.99, and that was Maybelline. That was the Great Lash. The NYX Brows was a NYX Brow Gel or Brow Mascara, and it was $6.99. And the Essence Contour Kit Little Palette was $5.99, which gave us a grand total of $43.75. So that is it. This is the affordable makeup look. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to continue subjecting yourself to me. Oh shit, I'm a stupid dumb hoe bitch. Open up this eyeshadow palette. I got this from Forever 21.
Repeat that. Repeat it. You were mumbling and you were looking down when you said it.
No. Fuck. Be gone. Okay, I got it off. We're doing good. We're doing good.
Hang on, Christian, pause, because Thunder's being a little bitch and won't shut the fuck up.
You're like, bitch. That was my start. Definitely eat before you do videos. Forever 21, the Mauve lipstick, which wasn't that mauve, so. And you can't swatch them there, so just buy a couple and give it your best shot. May the odds be forever in your favor. We need to put that in there. The eyeshadow palette was $6.90.
You said the Muave, and then you never said how much it was.
Fuck.